There is a trout right here under the log. Oh, he came at it. There's one right here in front of us. They're everywhere. Guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm about to take you up in the mountains. We're going hiking to a remote mountain lake where we're gonna try and catch some trout. We're gonna do a catch and cook, but come check out what's behind me. Look at this, it's the NWFS tugboat, and she's finally up here with us at the mountain fishing farm. Now, the story behind the boat and why you haven't seen her, a lot of you guys have been asking in the comments where the tugboat's been, is I bought it down in the city of Portland, and it came without a trailer. And that was 2 years ago, and I thought like, oh, a trailer, how hard can that be to find? So after 2 years, I finally gave up and just ordered a custom trailer, ordered this baby here from the East Coast. So they had to fabricate it specifically for this boat. It's not a perfect fit exactly yet. You can actually see underneath the boat that the keel, this part here, is still contacting the trailer. I need to adjust it a little bit more, or might need a couple of parts, and we'll make sure that this baby is perfectly fit so that we can take her out on some big adventures. Man, look at that shiny prop down here. I polished that baby up real nice. So the goats are fed, the chickens are fed, everyone's taken care of and happy, so that we can take off into the mountains for just a little bit. Let me show you the pack that we're gonna be bringing up there. We are actually taking a boat into the mountains. It is inside the backpack. It's a pack raft that we're gonna take up to the mountain lake. I've also got breakfast packed that we're gonna take up in the mountains with us because I've only had a little snack today, but look at this. Look at that tiny egg right there. I found that out in the field yesterday. The big brown one, that's my chicken eggs. I wonder if the guineas are starting to lay eggs. Maybe the ducks? I'm not sure, but that's a freakishly small egg. Look at that little thing. All right, I found it right out here in the field. There's a bunch of like puffball mushrooms. So I just thought it was a mushroom at first. Look at these things. Oh man, they're totally edible when they're small and are just white on the inside, but these are some big ones. Maybe this one here is good. Oh, dang. What a bummer. Man, look at the size of that puffball right there. Let's see if this one's any good. Oh, no. The egg was over here somewhere. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Look at this. Right here by this cluster of puffballs, there's another egg. Look at how small this egg is. Look, it's exactly the same size as these puffballs here. I wonder if this one's good. Oh, man, puffed out at me. All right, score. All right, which one of you guys laid this little egg right here, huh? Look at that, the guineas, they still love hanging out with the ducks. All right, we won't know for sure who's laying these little tiny eggs. We got to catch them in the act. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. That would be awesome if we've got guineas starting to lay eggs. All right, the pack is ready to go. There's only one more thing we got to do before we go out in the mountains. All right. Right here, we've got us a little station to make some bullet lures. That's right, I've lost all my bullet lures in the past episodes and have not made any new ones yet. Made the bodies already out of little 25 ACPs. A lot of you ask, like, where do I buy the bullet lures or where do I get them? I make them myself. I've been making those like since before I even started the YouTube channel. Make sure we don't get hooked. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Look at that, we got us a bullet lure. Awesome. All right, I just made 2 more, so we got 3 bullet lures that we can take up into the mountains with us. Look how much smoke is up here in the valley. There's a giant wildfire burning up by the Canadian border, and all that smoke is coming down. And that's why it's so hazy out here. All right, we're at the trailhead. The hike begins, but look at this valley. It's just completely burnt out. Years ago, a fire came through here. We're not going to be having any open fires. I believe we are in a burn ban. It's just a good reminder to always be really careful when it's dry out so that we don't start any new wildfires. We're heading down into the bowl where these mountain lakes are now. Oh, there's a chipmunk on the trail right there. The chipmunk is right here. Oh, look at that. You can see one of the lakes already down there. It's beautiful. It's crystal clear mountain water. Probably loaded with trout. We have caught trout down in this lake here before, but then remember we went over to another lake where we saw lots of fish, but we weren't able to get out past the lily pads. We're getting really close, guys, really close. With the smoke here, it almost, I don't know, it's like the smoke gives it like a weird, eerie feeling. It's very quiet out here too. All I hear is a couple of birds and a distant waterfall. No other noises, no other humans. It's just us up here in the mountains. Oh, guys, it looks like the mountain beavers might have built a giant beaver lodge over on the other end of the lake. That was not here last time when we were up here at these lakes. So we gotta watch out that we don't run into the mountain beaver. Oh, big trout. Big trout right at shore there. I don't know if you can see the ripples. Here's the deal. We're gonna go over for the other lake, but I can't resist to see if we can catch maybe this giant trout over here. Gotta sneak down to the water. Remember, trout can feel the vibrations that we're sending through the earth to the water. So we always want to make sure to tread very lightly to not spook the fish off. The water's also so clear that they can easily see us. Wow, it's beautiful down here. I saw one surface right here in front of us. Okay, let's just get one of the rods ready. We'll leave the raft in there for right now. We'll bring that over to the other lake. Now make sure if you guys are out packing with your fishing rods, get some rods that are either not super expensive or very durable rods, because when you've got your tips sticking out like that and you're going through the brush, it's very likely that you could break your tips. Now these guys here luckily are designed not to break. You can abuse these rods. Oh, big one just surfaced. Big one surfaced right out there. Right there, right there. You see the ripples right there? Hear that noise? That's a chipmunk up there. I can't tell if that's a friendly chirp or a territorial chirp. We gotta watch our back and make sure that the chipmunk doesn't attack us. We're gonna pull out one freshly made bullet lure. I mean, he's zero corrosion on him yet or anything. I mean, it's just too clean. Make sure that you use light leaders. This here is just 4-pound fluoro, plenty strong for trout. And the fluoro makes it harder for the fish to see that line underwater. And that's especially important in these clear mountain lakes. And we're still gonna go to far more clear lakes than this one right here. And remember all our little tag ends? We're just gonna drop them right in our tackle box, and then I can just clean that out at home. No need to leave all of those guys out here. Okay, all right. Oh no, Oh, bullet lure through my pants. No. Oh, there we go. The hook is just so sharp, it just slid right in. So before we do the big casts out into the deep, I'm just gonna do a couple of little casts right here. Oh man, that bullet lure is spinning good. All right. The fish are right there in front of us. There's also a branch right there I don't want to get stuck on though. I'm gonna try just a couple more casts right here, and then I'll probably just throw. Oh, he's right there, he's right there, right there. But here we go, cast into the deep. What do you think? Are we gonna get one on this one? We're gonna do kind of a slow retrieve, slow retrieve. All right, ooh, I got goosebumps, guys. I have a really good feeling about this. Come on, baby, come on. Come on. Wow, they didn't take it. They didn't take it on that cast. That's all right, that's all right. Only the first cast into the deep. All right, let's send it out there even further. There we go. Oh my goodness, I don't want to get stuck in the lily pads there. Got to get around the lily pad. Disaster, that's usually when they bite. All right, a little faster retrieve. Maybe they want to chase it. Ooh, there's one that just surfaced right there next to the lily pads. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, there's a big frog right there. Oh, there he goes. You have a good day, Mr. Frog. That's awesome. Look at that. We caught a little crayfish. I'm actually looking for some dragonfly larvae. I'm seeing tons of the adults everywhere, but no larvae. Look at this guy, he's missing one of his claws. Whew. Little guy, we're gonna let him go again. All right, I even tried one last cast at this spot, but it ain't happening. So we're gonna head over to the other lake. I'm getting really hungry too. We should make some breakfast soon. Oh, look at this. We've got wild thimble berries right here. Oh, these guys are totally dried out. If it's dry, maybe. Oh, it's like putting cardboard in your mouth. And when they're fresh, they're absolutely delicious. It's the little creek. Let's see if there's anything in there. I don't see any fish in there. So what's weird is with the fishing regulations here in the lakes, we would be able to use like the bobber with some bait or the bullet lure with a treble hook. But in this little creek between the two lakes, no bait allowed. And I believe it's catch and release only, actually. Oh man, it's like a full-on jungle down here. Oh, gotta keep those fishing rod tips down here nice and low so we don't get caught on anything. Oh. We got there. Wow, it's completely grown over out here. Nope. Oh, it's a floating log. Oh, that one is too. Oh. Look at this place. It's absolutely beautiful. There was a fish right there. There was a fish right there. So this is where we got stuck last time. You can see this whole cove right here is covered in lily pads. And I bet you anything that that part of the lake is untouched. I doubt that anyone ever fishes there. That pack raft is not even gonna make it through these lily pads. The water level of the lake has dropped a lot since we were here last. And there's so many logs that I think we're gonna get stuck even trying to make it through there. So we might have to traverse the side of the lake here a little bit. There's definitely a fish right there at the edge of the lily pads out there in the deeper water. So we got through most of it just by hiking right along the water. Almost went down right there. Almost went down. Bunch of sand on that rock. Look at this spot right here. I think something just snapped at a fly right there. It's a beautiful spot. There's an immediate kind of steep drop-off area right in front of us. There could be loads of fish right here. There's one right there. One right there. I see one. I see one. There's a trout right there in front of us. Trout right in front of us. Oh, there you go. Oh, he looked at it. He looked at it. We're sight fishing for trout right now. Sight fishing. I can see him swimming around down there. He's still there, still there. Oh, he's looking at it, looking at it. Oh, boys! He snapped at the... He hit the swivel. The trout hit the swivel. That is insane. He's still right there. That trout is hot down there. Looks like a smaller rainbow. A rainbow trout. Oh, there, he hit it. Hit the bullet lure. Hit the bullet lure, but didn't hook up. I don't see him anymore. Oh, there he is. Come on, baby, come on. Oh, follow, follow, follow. There's multiple trout down here, guys. Okay, before we spook those guys too much with the bullet lure, I want to get a bobber. Oh, underneath us, there's a frog right down here. Hello, buddy. Look at him. He's just right underneath us. What I was saying was I want to get the bobber rod ready so we can cast that out there. This is perfect bobber fishing territory. When you've got a mountain lake and you can see the fish down there, you can sight fish for them and just cast your bobber presentation right in front of their nose. It's one of my favorite ways to catch trout. And that way, while the bobber's fishing, we can also just cook a little bit of breakfast. All right, for the bobber, we're gonna have to find some bait. I didn't bring any worms or anything, so right over here. This stuff is perfect. All right, we're looking at all of these kind of dead branches just floating around in the water here. Those are perfect spots that could hold one of the best trout baits in the world. There's a big giant frog right here. Look at him. Oh, there's another one that just surfaced right there. I really wanted to try and find a dragonfly larva for us to fish with. They're everywhere, they're everywhere. But what we're just gonna do is we're actually gonna throw on just a little bit of power bait. Usually you would fish this stuff off the bottom, but you can fish it under a bobber too. And we're gonna take just a tiny little bit, just enough to cover the hook. Oh, the stuff looks so nasty. We're fishing dirty today, boys and girls. We got some power bait on the hook. Whew, stinky, but I like it. So we're just gonna cast it out right in front of us. Okay, now you keep your eye on the bobber. I'm gonna get our breakfast ready. right, to start off breakfast, we're just gonna throw a piece of bacon into the pan. There we go. Just to grease it up a little bit, that's all. Now guys, I am so excited to crack open these little tiny guinea eggs. Big one just surfaced right there in front of us. Man, look at this. We didn't really need the raft for right here. I don't even know if we're gonna have enough time to use it today. Oh, just had a bite right there in front of us. Rainbow. It was a rainbow trout. Oh, and he came back. He's still hot. He's still hot. He must have not gotten pricked too much. Oh, I gotta flip the bacon too. We're trout and bacon, baby. All right, let's go ahead and crack one of these tiny guinea eggs. And there we go. See what's inside. I'm just so curious. It's so tiny. Oh wow, it really does not want to open. Come on. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, it's tiny. It's tiny. It's like a little bitty quail egg or something. Oh no. Super hard shell. Oh. There we go. Look at this. This is perfect. I can sit on the log. I've got like a little chair. We can cook right there and watch our bobber. This is paradise. But let's go ahead and just dig into one of these little little tiny guinea eggs here right away. Oh, so good. That's a mountain breakfast for you right there. The eggs are so small, we can just eat it in one bite. All right, cheers, last piece of bacon. All right, I want to get some good casts in with the bullet lure. I keep seeing lots of them surfacing over there. Man, look at that, we cast like over halfway across the lake. Gotta be some good ones out there. Oh, a big brook trout, a brookie. There's a brookie right there, a big one, probably about that big. There's no way that one's biting again. He hooked up pretty good. Ah, oh, dang it. Oh man, guys, I think we might just get us a lunch here too while we're at it. There we go. I think that corner of the lake back there, right there in that little U-shaped bowl by the lily pads, that's where they're all hanging out. Right by, oh, there he is, there he is. Follow, follow, follow. Oh, I didn't take it. Brook trout, he's right down there. He's right down there. He's hanging out right there. I don't know if you guys, it's probably very hard to see him from the GoPro. Let's see if we can just jig him. Oh, 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 he's snapping at it. He's snapping at it. Maybe we can jig him right here. No, no, no. There we go. It's just so funny. They're just not interested at all in the power bait. Let's try maybe along shore right here. I'm definitely seeing far more trout close to shore, actually, versus out in the deep. There is a trout right here under the log, right here. Oh, he came at it, he came at it. Oh, there's fish on. Oh my goodness. Nice brookie. Nice brookie. Oh, I gotta get over where we can land him. Oh, he came off. He came off. Oh no. Oh, he was right there. He was just sitting under the log I was crossing, and all of a sudden I just saw his head poking out right there. He was just holding right there. There's kind of a deep hole right there under the log. That was a good brookie, guys. So let me just explain what happened there. I caught him on this little thin mint fly here. I actually rigged up the bobber rod with a little tiny bobber and this fly, which I debarbed because I fished that creek right down there. I tried to film a whole nother episode for you guys. It didn't work out there. There were 5 trout swimming around there. But that's probably why that trout came off, was because I took the barb off of the hook. But that's good. That's good. Guys, that's the closest we've gotten so far to catching a fish here today. So, and if they like this fly, we might as well take it over there where we saw all the other fish. But how crazy was that? He was just right under the log. Unbelievable. We sight fished that guy. Man, that's so exciting when you see a trout and can cast right on top of him. Maybe we can see some more, like right here between the lily pads. Oh, there is another one. There's another one right there. There's another one right there. Let me just have this this fly ready. Tell you what if we just kind of cast it right here? It's like a little leech just kind of swimming through the water. It's when that other brookie hit it. Oh, one hit it. I didn't even notice. He came up and, oh, he's right there. He's right there. We're totally wrapped. He's still hot. That fish is still hot, but we're completely wrapped up. Whew, come on, stay there, buddy. He's still there. Still there. Nice. Oh, I spooked him. Dang it. That was a nice brookie. Wow, guys, they are hot for the fly. Let's go ahead and see if we can have him come back. Come on, baby. Come on. What about if we just dip it right here? Oh, giant brookie. Oh, PB brookie. PB. Oh, he's huge. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Just look, he came out of those lily pads. Look at that beautiful trout. That is the most beautiful brook trout. He came off. We're gonna eat this guy. There we go. Probably would help to have the net out first. Oh, there's another one right there. Man, they are loving that fly. I put this guy right to sleep. That way he doesn't need to suffer at all. He's gonna make a delicious meal for us. But let me show you this huge mountain brookie. That's a beautiful brook trout. Biggest one that I've ever caught. The colors on this guy are absolutely beautiful. And here we were trying to get away from the lily pads when it seems like all the trout are in between. What do you think? Should we try and get another one? Oh man. Thank you, buddy. You're gonna make a delicious meal. Guys, sometimes when you're out here just experimenting, trying new things, that's how you learn. There's definitely a couple of trout right here next to shore, so we're gonna try and sneak up to them. Oh, there's one. I bet you anything we can sight fish him. Another one right there. If we just dunk it right here in that hole. Right there. One took it. He grabbed it and shook it, but didn't hook up though. Oh, there's another one right there. All right, let's go right back in the hole. There we go. I think we spooked that one. Oh, right there. There's one. Ooh, coming in hot. Here is. Oh! Missed him. Maybe he'll bite again. That's a hot fish. Right there, very hot fish. Oh, there he is again. He jumped out of the water to grab something off the lily pad. I've never seen a trout do that before. Right over here. Right there at shore, right by shore. Oh, there's one right here, right here, right here. He's swimming around right in front of us. Right here. There he is, there he is. Oh, we spooked him. We spooked him, he didn't want it. Nope. There's one right here in front of us. They're everywhere, they're everywhere. There's one just sitting out there. It's right there, right there. And he's on it. Fish on. Come here, baby. Come here. Oh, smaller brookie. Smaller brookie. Still a good size. Very good size. Oh, let's bring him down here to the water. There we go. There we go. Healthy fish. Man, just look at the beautiful colors that those brook trout have. They have to be one of the most beautiful fish in the world. They've got the beautiful red fins with those white stripes on the front of their fins. Whew, man, he just couldn't resist that little thin mint fly. All right, don't even need to touch that one. That one's ready to roll. We're gonna release this fish right here. There he goes. Man, that is crazy how many trout are right here between the lily pads. I did not think to fish between here at all. That was not on my mind. My idea was to get away from the lily pads, but this is where they are. All right, we're back at the breakfast rock. Man, we could try a couple of sight fishing casts if we see more trout swimming around right down here. Oh, he attacked the bobber. That's a fish on, baby, fish on. Yes. Oh, he's a beautiful brookie. A beautiful little brookie. Oh, I'll tell you what, we're not even gonna net him. He's a little bit smaller, so we're just gonna let him go. Oh, he's got a good belly on him though, really good belly. Come here, Betty, come here. There we go, perfect. That's a nice thing about a barbless hook. Is if we're catching and releasing them, that way you're minimizing any stress to the fish. Man, there's definitely some kind of a storm coming in, some lightning, so man, I don't know. I burnt up so much time just sight fishing for these trout right from shore. I really still want to use the pack raft, but we might have to do that in another episode. I had no idea that a storm was coming in. That's one thing about out here in the mountains is the weather can change just like that. So let's go ahead and cook up that fish before it gets real ugly out here. Now, brook trout, if you didn't already know, they're actually in the char family, so they're not actually a trout. Just give them one cut down here. We'll just take the whole head and the guts right off. One cut on the belly, one behind the head, and the head and the guts just come right out. Just one cut back here. That's a fish's kidney, and you can just push it right out with your thumb just like that. Quick rinse. And we have us a cleaned out trout. Look at the beautiful, beautiful red meat on this fish right here. You know what we're just gonna do is we're just gonna take a fillet off of this guy and throw it in the pan. Here we go. One nice cut right there along the back. Don't need to go very deep at all. And then on the next one, we're going to follow up and we're going to try and stay up on top of the backbones. There we go. Perfect. Look at the color of that fillet. I mean, these brook trout are orange like a salmon with their meat. I mean, that's gonna be delicious right there. The only bones that are left in there are just the little pin bones. Now I eat them. On a trout, they're so small that they really just don't bother me. On a bigger fish, I would maybe pull them out. Just cut that fin right out of there. We can feed that to the crawdads as well. All right, the rest of this right here, I'm just gonna pack it out, take that home, and that'll be a whole nother meal for me. All right, we still have a little bit of our bacon grease in the pan here. We've got just a little bit of butter too that we're gonna, it's already kind of melted, so we're just gonna squeeze that butter into the pan. And I've got a nice mushroom that we're gonna cut into there. A little bit of onions. Did you guys just see that on the surface back there? Just slowly caramelizing those onions and browning the mushrooms. We're gonna just let those guys steam here for 1 second. And while we do that, why don't we just do a couple more casts and see if we can't get another one to bite. I'm seeing a bunch of them surface here behind us. See if there's one actively feeding right there. Set those mushrooms and onions aside. We're gonna make room for the main course. Oh man, if it even fits in the pan. This is tight fit. Now this fish is gonna have so much natural flavor, and we're gonna bring that flavor out with a little bit of Danish sea salt. No other spice is necessary. It's gonna be absolutely delicious just as is. Ain't gotta be shy. There we are, we've been sweating a bunch. This is so weird. There's a paper towel I had in there, and the butter melted into this paper towel, so I had to squeeze out the, the paper towel to get the butter out. Now my hand's all buttery. There it is! Oh, another one. Beautiful brookie. We're just gonna let him go right away. There we go. And he's off, he's off. That's just crazy how many brook trout are out there right now. I mean, they're just feeding everywhere. Ooh, golden brown, flaking apart nicely. Ooh, perfect avocado. All right, over here we have some organic whole wheat flour tortillas. We're just gonna grab one of these babies. I realized I totally forgot the cheese, so, man, we're just gonna turn up the heat a little bit. And then we're just gonna give this tortilla a little bit of a char on there. Sizzle them a little bit. Oh, there we go, look at that. Perfect. Boys and girls, it's time to dish up. We're just gonna start off with all of that trout. We're gonna take the whole thing, just throw it right on there. The skin has tons of healthy fats and lots of flavor in trout, so I always love to leave that on there. Just gonna dump all of the onions and mushrooms right on there. All right, we've got our trout taco right here. Avocado, boom, perfect. I've got avocado fingers. All right, wrap this baby up. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end on this adventure. Like I said, we're gonna be out. I need to test out that pack raft, and I'm also heading up on another backpacking trip where we're gonna be spending the night up in the mountains at a very high altitude lake, doing some trout fishing up there. So of course, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, so you don't miss that one. You don't have to, of course, you can just enjoy this one as is. Whew. All right, here we go. There's a little trout just right down there staring at me. Once again, trout taco perfection. The trout is very firm, actually. It's an extremely firm meat. Very, very mild flavor, not fishy at all, just super pleasant. The mushrooms and the onions add a lot of the earthy flavor, and that avocado just creams it all up. It was a mountain meal that I could eat any day. All right, guys, we are all packed up. The sun is gonna set soon, and I've still got a bit of a hike out of here, so I just want to try and make it down before it gets pitch black. But that's all I got for you guys in this episode. Like I said, I'm gonna be out again in the mountains for a multi-day backpacking and fishing adventure. So of course, make sure if you guys are still brand new, subscribe, that way you don't miss that one. Hit that like button, it helps a ton, and drop a comment. I'll see you guys in the comment section, and then we'll see y'all very soon for the next fishing adventure. And until then, you all know it, fish on, baby. Let's see if there are any fish here. Oh, there were, oh, there's a big one right there. Maybe one of these days I'll manage to catch one out of that little creek. And I hope, I hope that you'll be there for that to happen. I just got whipped by something. Oh, I got stung by a wasp today too. Didn't tell you guys that. And I got bit by a spider a couple of days ago.